Supercube is all about using the dimensioning tools. Certainly you could make this by starting a new sketch on this plane and creating an X to get your circle in the exact right spot. But we're going to use the dimensioning tool in order to get some practice with it so that when you go to make or do other assignments, you'll be able to dimension your point and be able to place things in the exact right spot that you want to place them. So I'm going to get out of this and we are going to start a new part, start a 2D sketch, and of course pick the XY plane. You will need your worksheet to help you with this, and I am using mine as well. But the first thing we're going to do is create a cube that's 2 inches by 2 inches and extrude it out by 2 inches. So I grab my rectangle and I'm clicking on the center point and I'm going to type 2 tab 2 enter to get my 2 inch by 2 inch square, bring it to the front, and notice I have 2 here and 2 inches here. So I'm going to finish sketch, bring it to home so I can see it, and I'm going to extrude it out 2 inches. In this instance, it only extrudes it out for you by 1 inch, so you need to simply type 2 and enter, and you get your 2 inch by 2 inch cube. This looks exactly like the 1 inch by 1 inch cube, but if you were to put it in an assembly next to your 1 inch cube, this one would obviously be bigger. Sometimes people don't realize that because it looks the exact same size to you, but you made it bigger, so it is bigger. All right. We are going to start a new sketch on this plane. In your instruction sheet, the picture shows an extruded circle here. So we're going to click on that plane, bring it to the front so you can see everything. And then in order to get our circle in the middle, we actually need to place a point anywhere inside of this square. It does not matter where, and I'm going to prove to you that it doesn't matter where by putting it in the upper left-hand corner. Now I'm going to grab my dimensioning tool and I'm going to click on the point. I'm going to click on this side. When you dimension something and you want it to be locked into place, notice how this line comes to a corner with this line comes to the corner right here. I could dimension the point to this side, or I could dimension the point to this side and the point to this side down here because it comes to a point here as well. So either way is fine. So I clicked on the point and I'm going to click on this side. I'm going to bring it out and notice you can move this up and down wherever you want. You can even move that off to the side. This number does not change. I'm going to click outside of the box because then the point looks a little cleaner. So when you click, it turns white and it's basically telling you that from the point to the edge is this distance. Well, we need it to be in the center of our cube, and we know that from this yellow line to this side over here is a distance of 2 inches. So cut that in half, we get 1 inch. So I'm going to go 1, enter. And now we need to dimension the point to either this side or this side. We already dimensioned it to this side. And any side that comes to a point with this side would be where we dimension it. So I already clicked on the point, and now I'm going to click on the bottom side over here. And I'm going to move it outside of the box. And I'm going to click in once, and I'm going to type 1, enter. Okay, so we have a point that is locked into place. It's 1 inch from this side and 1 inch from the bottom, and we know that that means it's directly in the center. With that, we can grab a circle, and I can place my circle on that center point. And this circle needs to be 1 inch in diameter. So I'm going to type 1, enter. And now we can finish sketch. We can extrude. We can extrude out this part. You have to actually click on the part. And our instruction sheet says it should be 0.5 inches. You'll know that this is correct because the edge of the circle lines up with the line on both sides. So you can click OK if that looks correct to you. You will do the same thing to do the top half, except we'll extrude inwards. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. Click on Start a 2D Sketch because we have to start a new sketch for each new plane that we're going to be working on. So on the top plane, we'll start our sketch, bring it to top view so you can see everything there. We're going to do the same thing with a point. Grab a point, put it anywhere inside of here. You're going to dimension it to 2 sides that come with a point. That should be 1 inch. And that should be 1 inch. Grab a circle, put it on the point, 1 inch as well for that. Then we're going to finish sketch. We're going to go to extrude. You have to click on the top, click on what you're extruding. Now it's extruding outwards at this point. We want it to extrude inwards by 0.5. So if you can look at either this button over here and change it to direction 2, which moves it inwards, or on this screen, it has direction 2 over here as well. So we want it to be in direction 2, which is inside. Go ahead and press OK for that, and you only have one side left now. We're going to start a new sketch on that, on this side. And with the circles, we grabbed a point first. With the square that goes on this side, it's much easier just to make a square the size that you need it to be. So I'm going to press any, it works better if you choose the upper left-hand corner to click once and you move a square inside of that. Our square needs to be 1 inch by 1 inch. So I'm going to type 1 tab 1, enter. And then I can dimension the sides of that square. So I'm going to click on dimension. I'm going to dimension the side of this square to the side of the cube. And our instructions say that it should be 0.5 away from the edge. So 1/2 inch away. And I can click on dimension again, and I can dimension either this side to this side or this side to this side. By the way, when it does not work the way you want it to, and this turns blue down here, you simply just need to click on that blue line again, and then it works for you. So that needs to be 0.5 away. Then I can finish sketch. I can extrude. By the way, you have to click on what you want to extrude before you click on direction 2, or it will not work for you. But we want this one to extrude outward, so I'm going to click on here. It should be extruded by 0.5, and then I can click OK. Go ahead and save this in your GTT folder as SuperCube.